Hello and thank you very much for watching Set for Success. I'm Dave Benson Phillips, and next door to me here right now is this most amazing athlete. Her name is Gemma Spofforth. Hello Gemma. All right, now tell us all about Set for Success. What is it?
It's helping young athletes, young children, young sports people by giving them funding to support their competitions and their training and things that perhaps parents can't quite give them at that time.
What age did you start swimming?
I think I was about 3. Because I was tall enough to look like I was 5, so I got put in the 5-year-olds group and we didn't tell them I was 3.
Really? Next question. So you said that you were 3 years old when you started.
And 3 years old when I started actually getting in the pool, but 7 when I started competing really, and then probably 12 to 18 when I started really looking into it.
Really? Okay then, so what sort of sacrifices did you make, in order to enhance your career?
Honestly, I don't think any major sacrifices at all. I think it's one thing that every sports person might say, I sacrificed a normal childhood or stuff like that, but social life in swimming and around it, and I think I've been to so many different countries, I've experienced so much more through swimming. I haven't really sacrificed anything.
So I've got to ask, how much training did you do?
A lot, still do a lot. When I was younger, sort of 1 a day, and then a little bit of dry land on the side, but now we do I think it's 24 hours in a week actually working out.
24 hours? I mean, is that 24 hours completely just spent in the pool?
No, we do a lot. I do some boxing, I do some running, some stadiums, and lots of different things just to keep the stimulus going, because if you're just up and down in the pool the whole time, it gets a bit boring.
Yeah.
We do 2 sessions a day for 3 or so it's 10 a week really, and then running and boxing 3 to 6 times a week on top of that.
Come on then, tell me, at what age was your talent recognised?
Probably 12. I think I won a national competition junior when I was 12, and went into 2003. I think I won a European, I think it was 100 backstroke for the European juniors, and then went off the scene a little bit until 2008 really.
Who was your role models? Who did you look up to?
My parents definitely give me a lot of strength and a lot of everything that I've been through, inspiration and everything. And then I trained with Long.mov.flv, who swims out in Florida with me, and he's a world record holder, Olympian, and gold medalist in Worlds, and lots of amazing achievements. And just to see him, he's just a really down-to-earth guy, and I think it's something he can do his greatness in the pool, and then when he comes out, he's just an ordinary person. So.
Your training is very hard. Your dedication has to be second to none. Were there ever any point in your career as you were training as a swimmer where you just thought, do you know what, I'm just going to give this up?
Yes. Plenty of them, especially after 2009 when I got my world record. I came back and it got very not sure if I wanted to carry on, because I was like, well, I don't think there's much more that I can do, and I just didn't really want to do it. But that was nothing compared to 2005 when I got pancreatitis and I was out of the water for about a year, really not enjoying the sport, didn't want to do it, and the decision was to go to America and swim or stay at home and not swim. So I think I chose the right decision.
I was going to say, so what was the final crux that made you think, that's it, I'm going to get back into the water?
Florida. The word Florida, the sun and everything out there.
Yeah.
Well, it was Florida or Hawaii, actually. So the sun and the lifestyle out there, I think, was something that changed my mind. And even if I wasn't going to get back to where I was, it was something that my lifestyle was going to change, and I was going to do something with it instead of staying at home and just studying and being a normal university person.
It says actually, what challenges did you face in your training, and how do you overcome them?
I had a lot of challenges when it came to being sick and unfit, especially when we get to a big competition. We get to the point where it's like we don't do as much training, and we get unfit, which is weird to say because it's.
Well, hang on. Yeah, I was about to say, can you explain that to a layman? So wait a minute. So in training, you get unfit
to swim fast. So we start off through Christmas training. We do dry land and we do swimming and we do doubles every day. So we swim in the morning, we run, we swim at night, wake up the next day, do it all over again for 3 weeks. That's what we do. It's quite a lot really. And then the next 3 months after that, we come down a little bit, so we don't do as much, and we get further. First, we get to an important competition, which was Manchester last week.
Yeah.
The less training we do, so our body can recover and we can go in, and we've got the fitness from before.
Yeah.
But we're getting ready, and our bodies are recovered to swim fast.
Okay.
So then when we come out of that, we have to go back into training, and we have to go really, really hard again. And that's the hardest part of training for me, is being unfit, having eaten chocolate and stuff like that.
What advice would you give to somebody who's setting out today to emulate your kind of career?
The only advice I can give is enjoy it, have fun with it, and just keep smiling, because if you don't really enjoy it and you don't love it, obviously not all the time, I've had times when I don't, but
yeah,
enjoy the people you meet and just have fun with it, really.
Oh, all right. I mean, because by the sound of it, I mean, it is hard work, isn't it?
Definitely, it's hard work, and there are going to be times when you struggle, and you can get through those, and especially those people that you meet. And I've got so many friends through swimming and through the people that have helped me, people like Set for Success that have helped me perhaps in the past, and so many people that have helped me that, just it keeps you going and it keeps you enjoying things. And
so like you say, so in other words, you support your family, your friends, your loved ones, and Set for Success, very, very instrumental. Very
instrumental in my life. It's the construction of my career really is from all those people, and I can't even begin to name people because there's just too many of them in my life.
So in other words, despite the fact that it's just you on your own, sort of competing against everybody else, it really is it's like a Team Spofforth, really, isn't it?
Team Spofforth.
It's like
England, really.
Well, yeah, it's almost like a team sport, isn't it? I mean, you've got all of that support network. That is quite an unbelievable thing.
It really is.
It really is.
And it's something that every time I think about it, it makes me sort of well up inside, to be honest with you. It gets quite emotional.
Yeah. Well,
there is too many people that I can mention that have sacrificed their lives to help me. And swimming, sport in general, can be quite a selfish way of living. And for me to be able to give back in any way that I can, and just sort of, I work on the suicide hotline out in America, and give back to the community in as many ways as I can, because there's so many people who have helped me through my career.
2012 is coming up. What do you hope to achieve in the 2012 Olympics?
First of all, trials this time next year. So that's the first thing, that you have to get through trials to actually make it. So that's the first thing. And then obviously going to the Olympics, last year 2008, I came fourth, 0.04 of a second, which is quite a bit of a coincidence with my name being Spofforth. A lot of interviews that I've done, I've said, swimming isn't the be-all and end-all of my life, and it's not something that, if I don't get a medal, if I don't make a final, I'm not going to go and cry, and I'm not going to go and really end my life or whatever it is. But so many people are giving to me, and it would be nice to give back to all those people by getting a medal. Yeah.
So what do you think of the Set for Success scheme and their objectives?
I think it's an amazing program, and I think it's something that, especially the kids whose parents can't quite give to them what I was fortunate enough to have from my parents. My mum would take me to the pool and sit through the whole thing and make sure I swam, or my dad would drive at 5 o'clock in the morning before work and drive back to work, and so I think those are things that, perhaps if we had the funding and we had other things that could help people, it would definitely give all these youngsters a chance to achieve greatness, really.
I'm just going to ask you now, I mean, you talked about your support network and everything else, but were you helped by a scheme similar to Set for Success?
I must have been. I've been helped by so many different schemes throughout, and I'm on funding right now from the government to go through live my life as an athlete, and there have been so many different programs in the past. I can't even remember names of them or anything, but they've definitely helped me and helped me be the athlete I am today.
Well, Gemma, listen, thank you so much for your time. You have been a great sport. Speaking of great sport, good luck for the 2012 Olympics. Gemma Spofforth.